Hi guys! The average salary in Russia in 2022 was announced by the Federal Statistical Office Rosstat. Over the past few years, the organization has changed several times the methodology for calculating the income of citizens. The data that was provided recently surprised not only Russians, but also the Rosstats themselves. In Russia, according to the latest data, there are about 145 million people, most of whom are able-bodied and believe that they earn good money. Many do not complain about their salary. So, what is average salary in Russia in 2022? I will tell you in this video. In Russia, the main state service created to collect and calculate statistical indicators is Rosstat. The website of the department with a given frequency provides information about various areas of the life of Russians, which can be measured and calculated. This also applies to wages, price levels, inflation, and other social significant indicators. In early April this year, Bloomberg predicted that unemployment in Russia could more than double this year compared to first quarter. According to the forecast of headhunter CEO Mikhail Zhukov, the unemployment rate in Russia may rise to 5.7 to 7.5%, which will correspond to 2009. Then it was 7.8%. He also named two development scenarios. The first assumes a short-term surge in employment and then a sharp drop. The second, a sharp surge and a decline to 6.5%. But as for the salaries themselves, over the past 5 years, salaries in Russia have been continuously increasing from 2017 to 2022. The median salary increased by 58% and the average by 66%. To make it easier for you to understand, I will say right away that the median salary is the salary that at least 50% of employees receive and the remaining 50% receive even more. The average salary is already considered according to state statistics. Roughly speaking, one person receives $1,000 and the second $10,000. The average salary for two people is $5,500. This is approximately how it works. Therefore, as a rule, the median salary is less than the average salary. The average salary of a working Russian in nomination term increased in March compared to February 2022 by 16.4% and in just a year by 20.9%. The increase in wages was a record for the last 13 years. And perhaps most impressively, the average salary in March 2022 reached $1,170 at the exchange rate at the time of this video. I will say right away that I take into account all the figures indicated in dollars at the rate at the time of preparing this video, namely 57 rubles per $1. Adjusted for inflation, real wages grew a little more modestly by 3.6%, but we still have not seen such growth for a long time. Experts have completed a rating of Russian regions with the highest salaries. The leader is indicator was Chukotka, where on average $2,115 is paid per month. The Ямало-Ненецкий autonomous okrug is $2,031 and the Sakhalin region $1,840 were also in the top 3 regions with the highest average salary. The list received in Chechnya $527, Dagestan $545 and Ingushetia $527. In my city, Khabarovsk, the average salary is $800 $1,077, and for example in Moscow $2,040. But Moscow is a capital standard apart from the rest of Russia. Also, don't forget that this money is in many ways not equal in terms of purchasing power to money in many other countries, because for same amount of goods and services in Russia you can afford much more than, for example, in the USA or England. The highest median salaries in 2022 were in mining, finance, information technology and services. It's $860 to $1,100 per month, which is 30% above average. These areas have relatively high labor productivity and competitiveness in the market. The lowest salaries are typical for employees of the catering, hotel sector and those involved in administration activities. It's $508 per month. The largest salary growth in 2022 was in construction and trade, against the background of a shortage of employees with low and medium qualifications. But due to high inflation, the real increase was only 2 to 3%. In most industries, wages growth was below the rate of price increases. Wages increased the least in public administration and healthcare. How is the average salary calculated in Russia? Information about salaries paid to the population flows to Rosstat from the reporting provided by employees. The statistics service also received data from tax services and the pension fund. An additional source, which is less official, is surveys among the population. The official figures that are transmitted by services and economic agents show open information. Therefore, it is almost impossible to collect data on the shadow part of the economy through legal channels. Salaries or part thereof are paid in an envelope. This is such a practice not to pay taxes on the salary. It is given out in cash because in Russia all taxes for an employee are paid by employer, and the money issued in this way is not subject in taxation. For employer, this is a way to reduce their cost for the employee, to get more than if he was not paid at all. The actions of company management in this way are illegal, but employees sometimes have no choice. At that time, the consequences of such actions for the economy are deplorable. There are also disadvantages for the employee himself. For example, he cannot take out a loan for a large amount than he can repay based on the information in his income certificate. Wages from envelopes are not included in statistics. If an employee is not officially employed at all and he is not paid a salary, then data about him is not recorded at all by either tax, pension or any other departments. A citizen falls out of a number of employed Russians. According to the Ministry of Finance, the volume of shadow wages in Russia reaches $175 billion a year, which is about 30% of the salary fund. According to unofficial data, every per resident of the country receives illegal income. In general, the topic of making money in Russia is very extensive, and such a small video cannot cover it. If you are interested in such videos, then write in comments what else to tell in more detail, and in the next videos I will certainly do it. So guys, if you like this video, like it, subscribe to my channel. See you soon, bye bye!